Tonight, new details are emerging in a child sex abuse investigation that Memphis police say spans years and involves several victims. Who neighbors thought was a helpful, quiet man, investigators now describe as someone who carefully plotted on children around him. ABC 24's Lauren Turman has the latest on the investigation into Cedric Jackson and why detectives say their search for potential victims is far from over. Lauren.
Neighbors, Pepper, say that they often saw Cedric Jackson around South Memphis and described him as quiet and not problematic. But investigators tell us that image may have been part of a calculated effort to gain trust, and they believe there are more victims who they have not yet heard from.
He is the individual in the neighborhood that would take an elderly person to their doctor's appointment. He would take people to get groceries if they didn't have a car. He would give them gas money. He would do whatever he needed to do to make people lower their guard and think that he was just a genuinely good person.
One day after Memphis police announced the arrest of 47-year-old Cedric Jackson, we are learning new details about a case they say spans years and involves multiple child victims. Lead investigator Sergeant Joshua Davis says the case not only uncovered dozens of explicit images and videos of children, but also prompted detectives to revisit a 2008 rape case that had previously been closed due to lack of evidence.
Knowing what we know now, we decided to dig a little deeper into that case. We were able to gather additional statements from people that were involved or around that original investigation.
According to detectives, the case began when someone who purchased a phone from Jackson discovered a sexual image involving a child and reported it to authorities. The Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force says it later uncovered nearly 100 pictures and videos allegedly showing Jackson sexually abusing minors between February of 2022 and March of 2026. An affidavit states Jackson admitted to the crimes and identified one victim who was about 9 or 10 years old at the time. Police say evidence points to multiple victims. Davis says telling families is among the most difficult parts of the job.
It's always tough when you have to notify a parent that their child has been the victim of any crime, especially a sex crime. They've been cooperative.
Former child abuse prosecutor Josh Corman says cases involving identified victims often carry much more serious consequences.
Usually it's a much more severe prosecution because then you're going to get into some type of sexual abuse charge as opposed to just possession of pornography.
Jackson faces multiple charges, including rape of a child and especially aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. He remains at 201 Poplar on a $3.6 million bond. Davis tells us his team's work is not over, and they are urging anyone with information to come forward.
We do believe there are other victims out there, and we want to get them the resources that they need. And because of that, we will leave no stone unturned during this investigation.
And this task force has committed to reviewing evidence and following up on any leads as this case moves forward. When Jackson was asked if other victims would come forward after news of his arrest broke, detectives reported that he did not know. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact Memphis police. In the studio, I'm Lauren Turman.